Welcome to World of SDT. Ever wonder where all your money goes by the end of the month? Do you ever feel like you're constantly playing catch-up with your bills? Or maybe you're curious about how to make your money grow, but you're not sure where to start? These questions and more are all part of the fascinating world of personal finance. Understanding and managing your money isn't just about getting by, it's about thriving. Knowing how to manage your money is a crucial life skill, and today we're going to break it down. Personal money management sounds a bit intimidating, doesn't it? But don't worry, it's not as complex as it seems. In essence, personal money management is about understanding your income and expenses and making informed decisions about how to use your money. It's about being in control of your finances, rather than letting your finances control you. Think of it as being the CEO of your own personal finance corporation. You decide where the money goes, what gets prioritized, and how best to use the resources you have. It's about knowing where every dollar is going and making sure it's working for you, not against you. Now, why should you bother with all this? Well, there are several benefits to managing your money wisely. Firstly, financial security. When you manage your money wisely, you're essentially preparing for the future. You're setting yourself up to handle any financial curveballs that life might throw at you. This could be anything from a sudden job loss, a medical emergency, or even a global pandemic. Secondly, reduce stress. Money is one of the leading causes of stress for many people, but when you have a handle on your finances, you worry less about paying bills or meeting your financial obligations. You know exactly what's happening with your money, and that brings peace of mind. Lastly, achieving financial goals. Whether it's buying a house, going on a dream vacation, or retiring early, managing your money wisely can help you reach these goals. By understanding and controlling your finances, you can plan for these goals and make them a reality. So, personal money management is not just about budgeting, it's about making your money work for you. It's about being proactive and intentional with your finances, so you can live the life you want without the constant worry of money. After all, isn't that what we all want? The first step to effective money management is budgeting. Now you might be thinking, budgeting? That sounds like a lot of work, can't I just wing it? Well, let's dive into why budgeting is so crucial and why it's worth the effort. Think of budgeting as your financial GPS. Just as a GPS guides you to your destination, budgeting guides your spending, helping you reach your financial goals. It's your roadmap to financial success. So, what exactly is a budget? In simple terms, a budget is an estimate of your income and expenditure for a set period of time. It's a tool that helps you plan your spending and save for the future. Now let's talk about the importance of tracking income and expenses. Imagine you're driving a car. To keep your vehicle running smoothly, you need to monitor your fuel gauge, right? Similarly, to keep your finances in check, you need to keep an eye on your income and expenses. By doing so, you become more aware of where your money is going, which can help you make better financial decisions. For instance, you might realize you're spending a lot on dining out and decide to cook more meals at home. Or you might discover that you're not saving as much as you'd like to, and choose to cut back on non-essential expenses. Moreover, a budget allows you to plan for both short-term and long-term goals. Want to take a vacation next year? Start a retirement fund? Buy a new car? With a budget, you can set aside funds for these goals systematically and realistically. But remember, budgeting isn't about depriving yourself of the things you love. Instead, it's about ensuring you're spending your money in a way that aligns with your values and goals. And one last thing, don't be discouraged if your first budget isn't perfect. It's normal. Budgeting is a process and it takes time to get it right. Be patient with yourself and keep refining your budget as you learn more about your spending habits and financial goals. Remember, a budget is not a restriction on your spending. It's a plan that helps you spend your money wisely. Once you've got your budget in place, it's time to think about saving and investing. Let's start with the basics. Saving is about putting money aside for a rainy day or for specific goals. It's about financial security and peace of mind. When you have savings, unexpected expenses or financial emergencies won't throw you off track. Let's think about it in terms of three key areas: emergencies, future expenses, and retirement. An emergency fund is like a safety net. It's there to catch you when life throws you a curveball. It could be a sudden job loss, a medical emergency, or an unexpected home repair. Financial experts suggest having enough in your emergency fund to cover 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. Future expenses are things you know are coming up, like a vacation, a new car, or a down payment on a house. It's about planning ahead and avoiding debt. You work out how much you'll need, how long you've got to save, and then you put money aside regularly to meet that goal. Retirement might seem a long way off, especially for the younger ones among us, but the earlier you start saving, the more comfortable your retirement will be. It's about using the magic of compound interest over time to grow your wealth. Now, let's talk about investing. Investing is about making your money work for you. Instead of just saving your money in a bank account, you're putting it into things like stocks, bonds, or real estate, with the expectation that you'll make a profit over time. But remember, with greater potential returns comes greater risk. So, it's crucial to understand what you're investing in and to diversify your investments. In the end, the key is to strike a balance between saving and investing. You need to have a safety net, but you also need to grow your wealth. It's not about choosing one over the other, but about understanding how both can work together to secure your financial future. Think of saving and investing as paying your future self. Scene script, debt. The word itself can make you cringe, but it's a reality for many of us. Debt can be a heavy burden, and it's something that most of us have to deal with at some point in our lives. It can feel like a dark cloud hanging over our heads, but it doesn't have to be that way. You see, debt itself isn't necessarily the issue. It's how we manage it that makes all the difference. Imagine debt as a rocky mountain. It might seem insurmountable at first, but with the right tools and the right mindset, you can climb to the top. And the key to this? Effective debt management. So what does managing your debt effectively mean? Well, it's about understanding the amount you owe, the interest rates attached, and creating a plan to pay it off. Sounds simple, right? But here's the catch. High-interest debt can be a tricky beast. It grows and multiplies faster than you might realize, and before you know it, you're sinking in quicksand. High-interest debt can hinder your financial progress by eating into your savings and limiting your ability to invest. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole at the bottom. No matter how much you pour in, you're never going to get ahead. So how do we tackle this? First, identify your high-interest debts. These are usually credit cards or payday loans. Next, prioritize paying these off. You might have heard of the avalanche or snowball methods. Choose what works best for your situation. The avalanche method involves paying off debts with the highest interest rates first, while the snowball method focuses on eliminating smaller debts first to build momentum. But remember, reducing debt is only half the battle. The goal is not just to get out of debt but also to stay out of debt. This means creating and sticking to a budget, saving for emergencies, and making wise financial decisions. It might seem tough, but with discipline and determination, you can conquer that mountain. Remember, the goal is not just to get out of debt, but also to stay out of debt. So, to recap what we've learned today. In the vast world of personal money management, we began by understanding its core. It's all about how we handle, spend, and save our money. It's a lifelong journey that requires ongoing attention and adaptation to our changing life circumstances. We then delved into the importance of budgeting. It's not just about restricting what you spend. Instead, it's about making your money work for you, helping you to reach your financial goals, and preparing for unexpected financial hurdles. Remember, every dollar has a job, and budgeting helps you assign those jobs effectively. Next, we explored the realm of saving and investing. Saving provides a safety net for unforeseen expenses, while investing allows your money to grow. It's not about getting rich quick. It's about steadily building your wealth over time. And remember, the earlier you start, the more you can benefit from the magic of compound interest. Lastly, we tackled the topic of debt management. It's about understanding the difference between good debt and bad debt, and how to manage them both. It's about creating a plan to pay off your debt while still saving for the future. Personal money management might seem overwhelming at first, but once you understand the basics, it's quite manageable. And remember, it's never too late to start.